Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It's me, it's the 4K upscaler again. So what we're gonna do here is I'm going to implement the same exact game mode universal calibrations that I used on Samsung KS8000, and here I am with the TCL 55 P605 model, which is Dolby Vision and HDR television 4K. And here I will show you that the principles of picture settings are pretty much the same. What I mean by that is no matter what TV you have, you're always going to have this. You're always going to have brightness, and you're always going to have advanced picture settings, okay? Meaning this will always be there. Backlit, if you have LCD, LED backlit TV, you're always going to have a backlit. If you have an OLED, you're going to have OLED light. Okay, so you're always going to have similar options. Okay, so backlit for the LCD, LED, OLED light for the OLED. That's the only difference, okay, between the OLED and the LCD, LED in terms of these settings. So what I'm showing you here is it doesn't matter what TV you have. You can always go through these settings. They're all here. All right, so what I'm going to do next on this television, I'm going to implement exactly the same game mode picture settings, calibrations that I have implemented on my Samsung KS8000. But it's also very important, guys, that you pay attention to this video. Okay? You can pause it, grab a pen and pencil, write these things down. Because I've seen people ask me questions that I already answered within the video, but they will still ask me questions. In short, yes. You can use these settings on any TV. Every TV will come with this, all right? With the picture settings. Now, the only difference is some TVs are full array local dimming. Some TVs are less peak brightness of nits. They don't have the full wide color gamut. So some of these TVs, they look different. But overall, you can still implement those same calibration settings that I have implemented. And this is the Xbox One X version. I'm using Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain. The same exact version of a game on the Xbox One X that I used for my previous videos. Okay? So let's do this. All right. So first thing first. When you click the settings, the first thing you want to do is go to the advanced picture settings. Make sure that the game mode is on. Turn the sucker on. All right, turn the game mode on. Once you have the game mode on, then color temperature. This is my honest opinion. And if you ask professional calibrators, they will tell you they prefer color temperature to be in between yellow, warm, and cold blue. Meaning you don't want to go all the way to warm 1, warm 2, or you don't want to go all the way to cold 1 and cold 2 blue. Okay, sometimes the cold blue can hurt your eyes because of that blue UV light that's going to be peeking out, and it's bad for your eyes. Now warm 2 color, it's definitely the best for your eyes. Warm 2 will definitely give you that nice smooth viewing. This is the reason why they have these little protective eyewears with warm yellow, orange protective kind of like lenses built into them. Okay, so they can bounce off that blue UV light that's bad for your retina, that's bad for your eyes. All right, you guys can do some research on this. But anyway, let's jump into this. I don't have time to be educating you guys on that. Google is your friend. Everything I tell you here, you can Google it, you can research it. It's just a matter of a person being lazy and not trying to research something, but you can research everything that I tell you here. All right, so let's go back to this again. Rule number 1. for my game mode universal settings. I call them game mode universal picture settings is because I am using a game mode. So make sure that you leave the game mode on. Okay, go to the advanced picture settings. Make sure that the game mode is on. Okay, there it is right here. Keep the game mode on. All right, once the game mode is on, keep the color temperature at normal. Once you have game mode on and color temperature normal, picture mode, you can keep it normal, that's fine. Local dimming, I purposely turned this off because I want to have my television here a little bit brighter. Okay, so I turned the local dimming off. If I turn it all the way on, then it's gonna be dimmed down, and then I don't like it, you know. So I like to keep it off so I can get that a little better peak brightness from this TV. Picture mode, keep it on normal. Yes, you can go ahead and use the brighter, but keep it on normal. TV brightness, keep it at bright. Remember, local dimming, turn that off, and TV brightness at bright. Okay, so let's go through this again in case you guys are not following me. Advanced picture settings. Game mode on. Color temperature normal. Local contrast, local dimming off. And picture mode normal. All right. Now here you're going to implement the same thing that I have implemented on my Samsung KS8000. Backlit all the way to the 100. Brightness to the 50. Contrast all the way to the 100. Remember, I'm trying to utilize that peak brightness here. And sharpness is 0. So remember, it's pretty much identical to what I had on my Samsung KS8000. So backlit 100, brightness 50, contrast 100, sharpness 0, color, keep it at 50. Now I know many of you are gonna ask, well, why do you want to keep sharpness at 0? Look, for me to explain why, this video would be much longer, which I don't have time to go through it as to why, but I'll give you the short answer, okay? If you leave sharpness a little bit higher than, let's say, 20, or higher than let's say, 50, what's gonna happen is this character, which is, you know, Big Boss, is going to look very ghostly. It's going to look very jaggedy. It's not going to look good. Okay, there's going to be a lot of artifacts popping out and showing out. It's just going to look like garbage. So the whole idea of sharpness is to move it down so you can have a much more natural picture. All right. Imagine if your phone had the sharpness all the way high. Guess what? It would, like, all the pixels will look like garbage. So you want to keep the sharpness all the way to the 0. So what do we see here? We see pretty much exact the same thing that we saw on my Samsung KS8000. Backlit to 100, brightness at 50, contrast at 100, sharpness at 0, color at 50. Tint, you don't mess around with the tint. Color temperature at normal, game mode on, okay? And then when you go back, TV brightness at bright, okay? And the picture mode at normal. So there you have it. And once I click this game, you will see it's gonna have the exact same, pretty much, quality here. So let's go start the game really quick. Let's do it. And yes, these settings, guys, they apply for pretty much all of the TVs. All right. The only difference is OLED. OLED has the OLED light. It doesn't have any backlighting. So on OLED, I recommend leaving it at 80 to 83, that OLED light. Why? Because if you leave OLED light all the way maximum, it's going to have these burn-ins on your OLED. It's going to damage your OLED, so you don't want to do that. OLED is expensive as it is, and you don't want to damage that OLED, okay? That's why I recommend OLED light at 80 to 83 maximum. But everything else should be exactly the same as you have seen me do it here and on my previous videos. As you can see, you're getting treated with exactly the pretty much the same picture quality that you saw on my Samsung KS8000. Pretty much the same. You see how everything is balanced? You get to see the characters much better and vividly. You get to see the lens being dirty through because of the sand. Okay, so the whole idea of calibration is to make it natural. And the idea of balanced calibration is for you to see every detail. If I crush my deep dark levels, well, guess what? That I'm not going to achieve and see every detail that Hideo Kojima intended for this game to be seen, all right? And this is why I personally believe that this game mode universal calibration settings that I'm using here, it's definitely the most recommended. And I guarantee you, if Vincent Tio saw that my calibration, he probably would have said, yeah, he would definitely agree that this is definitely the most, reliable and recommended calibration that you can get. And here I am on the TCL. And I'm pretty much getting the exact same results. Why? Because I have everything calibrated. Equally. Balanced. All right? And you see the performance still the same, okay? I'm still getting that same performance, remember? I'm doing exactly the same thing as I did on the Samsung KS8000 here. All right? Here's my controllers, just so you guys know that I'm not BSing. There it is. Now, you're going to ask, why do you use the game mode? I use the game mode because game mode automatically turns off all of your filters. Okay? It turns off all of your filters, and that's what you want to do. You want to turn off all of your filters. The filters, they're being put inside the TV, can slow down the quality and performance of your TV. So you want to make sure you turn off all your filters. Turn that garbage off, man. This is why I'm using a game mode. Game mode also, right now I'm watching a NBA game on my Samsung KS8000. I cannot show it to you because I don't want to get copyrighted. But once I have that game mode on, even my Golden State Warriors and Hornets that I'm watching the game right now, it look pretty good. Yeah, I do watch NBA, and I'm a sports guy. Sorry, sue me. It looks much better. Now you see how everything looks nice. Let's use the binoculars.
See the village? Straight ahead. To the right. Look up. To the right. A little to the left. Something there? I don't hear any aircraft. To the right. Have you spotted the village? Zoom in closer. All right. That's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information...
And you see how smooth everything is, man. And this is what you want on a game like this. This is what you want on every game. Now, the reason I'm recommending for you guys to use this game mode, universal calibrations that I have implemented, it's because if you use any kind of calibrating software, and if you talk to any kind of calibrating certified personnel, if you show them this video, please do show them this video. I encourage you to show this video to some of these professional calibrators, and they'll probably agree. They'll probably tell you, yeah, this is definitely something that I would recommend, because there's nothing here oversaturated. I'm not oversaturating the color. I'm not killing my deep dark levels. Okay, everything is set on an equal balanced level.
For your binoculars. Look directly at the village and press the call button.
You know, I haven't played this game in a while, even though I finished it.
That's Villa Village. The Villa Corral. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there en route to
And here I am. Look at this, man. This is a
pick up the trail there.
not even enhanced game.
For your binoculars.
It's not even HDR,
Don't lose track of where it is.
and it still looks great. Why? Because you have a good calibration. See how important calibration is, guys. It's really important to have a good calibration, an equal, balanced calibration. I've seen people on YouTube oversaturate the crap out of their colors, and I'm like, why? Like, what are you doing? I have seen people move gamma all the way to -3, and then move the brightness to 38, totally destroying their deep dark levels. I'm like, why? Why are you doing that? That's the lack of knowledge. And I mean this in a nice way. Even when I started my channel, I had a lack of knowledge, but I learned. I learned through mistakes. And I came to conclusion, wait a minute, there's the right way of doing it, and then there's a no way of doing it. All right? And that's why I'm giving you this. And I'm giving you this example so you can see that it'll look good on any TV. I don't care if you got Vizio. Give me any kind of crappy TV you got. I'll use these same exact calibrations and it's gonna look good. Okay?
Take a look through your binoculars.
So there you have it, guys. Hopefully this video shows you that it works. And please do pause the video and write these things down, because I don't have time to be writing down on the comment section all of these settings again and over again, okay? Or you can check my previous 2 other videos that I have and implement these calibration settings. Now, I want to say something. This is nothing new. What I just did here, basically, I was going by the standards of calibrating.
Take a look.
Okay, I didn't invent anything here. This is not like something that I invented. This is something that I have done a research on and came to conclusion that this is the most recommended, best way, universal way to experience both gaming, sports, and movies at the same time with this type of calibration. All right, so there you have it, guys. I cannot show you any more than this, because if I do, Konami will block this video. David Hayter, where are you? Okay, so there you have it. I haven't done a Solid Snake voice in a while.
Take a look through your binoculars.
So there you have it. As you can see, here I am, TCL. Looks great. All right. So I just proved it to you. If you want me to, I can even use my old Vizio M55. If you want me, I'll do that video too. I'll use my old Vizio M55C2. It's not even HDR, and I'm gonna give you the exact same, quality as you see here, and as you have seen on my Samsung KS8000. All right, guys. So there you have it. Hopefully you liked this video, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you write this stuff down. Grab a pen and pencil. Write this stuff down. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that you write this stuff down. And try it out. Try it out. Let me know what you think. All right, guys. Have a good one, though. Take care. See you in the next video.